Hi everybody! I hope you're all doing well. I am going to be channeling a message from Archangel Barachiel today. I want to actually go visit this Archangel and experience his divine energy expression. And we're going to get to know what that's like and then see what he has to say to all of us today. So I have visited Archangel Barachiel one time, and this was several years ago in a psychic session. And I'd really like to just have this experience to be just an open door for us all to get to know this archangel and his style and his message. Okay, I'm gonna relax now and let's see what comes. Okay. Okay, Archangel Barachiel. All right. Well, my heart is definitely feeling a lot of warmth, and it's a pink flame with a yellowish colored outline. It's really pretty looking. It's literally a pink fire. It's a candle with a pink flame and this yellow outline. It's really gorgeous. It's hypnotic to look at. And as I feel this warmth in my heart, I'm standing in a space. It's all dark everywhere, but there are you can see flower petals that are falling, but they're visible. These are visible flower petals falling in a dark space. They also look see-through, so I can see through these. And they're all falling, and they're kind of falling like snowflakes as well. And they kind of look like snowflakes too. And these petals are also a pinkish color. And I feel the actual feeling of standing in here is I feel lost. I feel as though I've lost my way. I feel I don't know which direction to go. And there's sadness about it. There's real sadness about it. Just sort of like reach the end of the road and I just don't know what to do or where to go from here. It's what it feels like. As beautiful as all of this is, there's this human emotion that is actually expressing itself here. So, I wait. Just standing here and continuing to look around, I feel all of this and I wait. And I'm being shown two orbs of information. So there's a smaller orb and then there's a larger orb. The larger orb is where I'm standing with these beautiful sort of flower petals / snowflakes. It's beautiful. The smaller orb is the candle with the pink flame with the yellow outline. And even the warmth in my heart. That's in the smaller orb. And they're both connected to each other. Archangel Barachiel is now showing me this small orb, this large orb. And I'm looking... So it's like a straight line, but he's turning it so I see them side by side in front of me right now. And he's smiling at me and he's asking me if I know what any of this means or why he is doing this. What am I doing and why am I doing it? He's kind of funny about it, but he's also serious. Let me see what comes to me. And I say that one thing that comes to me to answer your question is I feel like you're showing us different sides of two experiences. The heart is warm or I feel lost, and the heart is struggling. And both, one is small, one is large, but the orbs are actually connected to each other. And it's also about direction, moving forward or taking what is forward and moving it horizontally to see the timeline of it. And he takes his finger and says, no. And he takes the little orb and then he places it in the inside of the bigger orb. And he says, this is what I'm showing you. This is what it means. This is why I'm doing what I am doing. And it is so confusing. I know. And I'm just sort of like, what? I'm just watching this, but I get it. I do get it. So this warm heart with the flame is now on the inside, in the center of the heart that is struggling with its own path. And they have merged together. And he shows me that a sphere, no matter which way you turn it, will always look the same. Because it's a sphere. It doesn't have any sides. So now that this smaller orb is within the center or the heart of the larger orb, I could turn it in any direction and it will always look the same. And I say, okay, so the original image, there's two very specific feelings. One feels good, one feels not so good. And they're both connected. And I saw you change directions, change the viewpoints. But it's not the message that you are relaying is the changing of the viewpoints or the direction. It's taking the love from the heart and placing it into the heart that feels lost. To help the heart find its way, it must find the light within itself. And Archangel Barachiel says, yes, now you are onto something. He's much like a studious teacher, like a professor, but he is also jolly. But he is in a serious tone right now, but he does smile behind it all. So let's see what happens next. He says that he shows me every single person, everyone on the planet, but all who are watching this YouTube video over time. And to take this orb of the pink flame with the yellow and to place it within the heart of every single person who watches this video, to receive that light, to help them find the light within themselves so the light can guide them on their journey. He says, it's more important for me not for you to know who I am or call out to me for help, but to see the human race share love with each other, to help each other find themselves within themselves and find their direction. He says if nobody ever knew him or knew his name or knew he even existed, he's okay with that, because he's sort of like the silent guide. And he wants to achieve this outcome. And if nobody even knew that he was helping to achieve this outcome in the human race, he's totally okay with that. He has absolutely no need to be at the forefront of the visibility of the archangels. He shows me this. He's really nice, but he's funny. He's fun, but he's very. I like his style. I'm just gonna relax and let's see what happens next. He wants to know if you are experiencing this pink flame with the yellow outline, if you're experiencing the warmth within your heart. The warmth that he is sharing with you, the warmth that Abbey is sharing with you, the warmth that the love of all is sharing with you, the warmth that you are sharing with yourself. Do you feel the warmth within yourself? Because that warmth is who you are. It's who you truly are. So why do I, Archangel Barachiel, need to give you the warmth that you already are? Why would I need to give you what you already have? And if you feel that I need to give you what you already have, why is it that you have forgotten that you have it? Why have you forgotten who and what you are? He shows me this message about direction is really important because we're always trying to find the right direction, always. And he says no. He puts an X on that. It's not about finding the right direction. It's finding the light that is within yourself and allowing the light then to guide you. And he says that it's not necessarily even about moving forward or backward or up or down or wherever. It's about allowing the universe to revolve around your heart. He says there's no soul in an infinite universe that should ever feel lost and should ever feel bewildered. See here, he's making a bridge to, I'm kind of talking to him about why I understand this. Why we do feel this way, but how do we stand strong and true to the light that is already within us? How do we allow ourselves to feel that? How do we consistently every day, with all the random happenings that we go through on a weekly, monthly, yearly, daily, hourly basis. Some days we're good at it, other days we're not so good at it. But this, when you show me this, it's like stopping time and holding on to this truth as though it is always there and that it should never be forgotten, as though it is impossible to forget. How could you possibly forget who and what you are? And that it is not about which way that you go, it's about how you allow who and what you are to inspire the universe to revolve around you. How do we stay in a state of consistency with this? He's slowing all the energy down, and he's showing me what is a man, and I don't know how to place what his, he's got tan skin, he has a shaved head, except he has like a little bit of jet black hair that comes up and out from the top. Like right where the crown energy would be. It's like hair that comes straight up and out. And he's kind of got a genie looking outfit on. It's intensely red and golden in color. And he's sitting and he has his hands pressed together. And he's in this state of meditation. And there's literally like a beautiful pillow underneath him. And it also looks like instead of a magic carpet, it's like a magic pillow. And it's really pretty looking. And he's levitating above it. And Archangel Barachiel shows me this image, but he shows me more than just this image. He shows me circles, like hula hoops, that are constantly moving. And there's a circle that moves around the front of him, like it's sort of like, I think, I'm trying to think of where I've seen this picture before, maybe in chemistry class, but there's a little sphere and then there's all these little circles that kind of revolve around this little sphere. And he's showing me these energy circles are revolving around this sort of master of the universe, but he's showing me this is a human being. And this is in conjunction with how we can feel consistent with knowing who we are and knowing that the direction is already being guided from within ourselves. So this is in conjunction to the answer to that. How we stay consistent. And I tell him that, well, I could tell YouTubers that this looks like a reflection of meditation to me, but to be honest, Archangel Barachiel, that is above and beyond meditation right there. I mean, the guy's levitating. I mean, this looks like an impossible feat. I mean, how many people are too tired on a regular basis? How many people can't move beyond the demands of day-to-day life? How is anybody ever going to accomplish that? I mean, a lot of us live in busy communities. We don't live in the mountain, far removed from society here. So how are we supposed to attain that balance? He says this is another reflection of the flame that is already within yourself. This is another reflection of who you are in balance within yourself. And you carry this everywhere with you. You carry balance with you everywhere. And he says you carry balance in the traffic jam. You carry balance when you're going up the elevator that's packed full of people ready to go to their cubicle for the day's to-day grind. This is the balance that you take with you to Starbucks. This is the balance that you take with you everywhere you go. So if we were to say that we feel lost, or if we were to say that we feel out of balance, we are actually not being honest with ourselves. He raises an eyebrow with, that was a really good way to look at things. To be honest with ourselves is to acknowledge what we already are and what is already there. And when we get swept away by life, we are in our mind, and the mind will always try to define what we are going through based on what it can control and what it cannot control, based on its relationship with time, based on its relationship with age, and based on its relationship, what it feels is right or what it feels is wrong, the mind. But if we let the mind go and we actually get in tune with our heart, we will know the truth that we are always guided. We are always going in the right direction. The universe is revolving around us, and we are perfectly in balance, perfectly tuned and harmonized to the universe at all times. And he is nodding to this. And I experience what is a sensation of weightlessness and freedom, fresh air. It's vast. I feel like I am levitating above a mountain, surrounded by many mountains for many miles, where it is only I that is here. That I feel connected to ancient history, ancient earth, ancient energies. I feel connected to the stars. I feel connected to my spirit. And we're just going to hold this image for a moment. We're all going to experience ourselves breathing fresh mountain air, surrounded by many mountains, surrounded by time, ancient earth, surrounded by stars and planets, in oneness with our spirit, in meditation and balance, in pure love. And he says there's nothing Archangel Barachiel can give to you that you don't already have. And I say to Archangel Barachiel, I say, but you give us memory. Sometimes we forget, and you're giving us memory. And he smiles and he says, I'm giving you the memory of what you've always had in your memory. And even if you forgot it, it was always still there. But he smiles and he comes and he shares a genuine hug, and he says that he gives you friendship. Because friends are there to help us remember who we are, help us to find our way when we have forgotten it, help us to return to the experience of balance and harmony. And he smiles. And he encourages us to remember to be friends to each other, be good to each other, be good to yourselves. And if you ever feel you need a friend to help you remember then he bows and he said that he would be honored to help you. Okay, that was really beautiful. My heart feels super bright. I hope you enjoyed that experience. That was really worth my while. It was really worth it. All right. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If any of you are interested in exploring a psychic session with me, please visit me on my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. Thank you all, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.